Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, come at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Mark Watch today, and we have a lot of quarter centuries to go over today. So if you love looking at high rarity and some buyouts, this is the market watch for you. Make sure that I know that by smashing that like button. Not only does it boost my self-confidence, but it helps me in the algorithm. Same with commenting. I love listening to your guys' comments as well. Not even for the algo, you guys know I love responding to comments. Always have, always will. So let me know your thoughts on today's market watch in the comment section below. What cards I'm going over next market watch and all that, and subscribe while checking out our sponsors like TCG Player. Use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost. All you do is click that link. It takes you to TCG Player, and whatever you buy on this site, I get a percentage of it to no additional cost to you, and it doesn't have to be just Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's a free, literally a free way to support the channel and a quicker way to get the TCG Player. So there's also that, at least from this video. Check out Whatnot. Use my link down in the description. I always say code. It's actually just a link. You click that, you get $15 on your next purchase. They have Yu-Gi-Oh! And what's called other card games and more, and you get $15 to use by using my link and signing up. It's free, so go do that. And we're gonna get right into this here, but first we have the 5 cards revealed from Bonanza today. Now some of you haven't seen this. We're actually going to be going over some of the high rarity of these cards in this market watch as well. So we have Shirt here, Raigeki, Machine Dupe, Treeborn Frog, and Starlight Road. So I think this, I'm gonna be honest with you here, even though it's like very, very small, I actually do like how they're like giving us like little things that talk about the card. I think that's really, really cool. Like the dupe in Troop Dupe, right? It's just cool. I really like that. These picks are definitely a lot better. I have to say with Treeborn, I don't know. We got the Lost Art recently, and I guess if we got the Lost Art, it's definitely a unique one to use. I don't think it's bad still for $5, but I feel like a lot of players are going to gravitate towards this type of version, like, because it's going to be nice just to have a normal secret Treeborn Frog. And they're not bad picks. Raigeki's cool, Machine Dupe's cool. Starlight Road should have been a given. I don't know why I never thought about this when they gave Stardust and like all the other cards, QCs, all that. And sure, it's unique. So there's that. Also, follow me on Twitter. Also, if you guys did not see it, yesterday I had my 5 cards I have in your trade binder. It's 5 cards I do not go over for a while that you need to get right now and why. So go ahead and check that video out, as well as the other last market watch where there's a lot of buyouts that you guys gotta know. And apparently people weren't getting it in the algorithm. People were seeing it like a lot later. As well as some more of my Bonanza predictions. So go check those videos out here. Diabellstar, Queen of the White Forest, QC. So these are $51, but they quickly go up to about $80. This card was as low as $40, as you see right here. And this card is honestly amazing. The fact that it's like, if you synchro it with a tuner synchro monster, which is not that hard, you basically get any spell or trap from your grave to your hand. Anything that plays White Forest, essentially, has a way to get any floodgate they want by Foolish Burialing Goods a card and then just grabbing it back. Which is kind of insane with this card. I actually do want a QC for myself. Speaking of Foolish Burial Goods, that has also been seeing some play because of White Forest. The OGs have gone up, and all versions are worth money now, though, even like the rares. 5s for Unlimiteds, which is the cheapest I've seen them actually for a little while. But first eds are about $8, going up to like 10, 12. Do I think you should be getting this card when it's lower on listings? It's a good generic card, less than $10 OG print. I usually would, but I think this also could be in Bonanza. So I would say it's a high risk, medium reward. So yeah, you could, if you win, you win, but I personally think you might as well just wait for a little bit. Molcharmi, Parelia from Infinite Forbidden. I want to go over this as well here. These are 65 going up to like 67, 68. A lot of people don't know that these are, going up. A lot of people still think this is like 45, 48 to like 55. There's a wall at 68 here, so this card's going to be worth money and is the most expensive card from Infinite Forbidden base rarity, because your boy Engraver here has actually been just going down the drain. There's way more listings, and they're 57, 60 bucks. And some people might be saying, oh, well, that's not much of a difference. Well, the listings definitely are, and Engraver was $100 something. To see it this low is actually kind of insane. Like, there's a wall at 57. We said this was barely holding 60. Now it's barely holding 57. I mean, Fiendsmith is not had a lot of time in the limelight, and I really think that's because they banned Requiem very quickly. I really think that if they just simply did not give it the burn effect and gave it another effect, people would have not hated the card as much, even if it was a more strong effect. The fact is, we live in a game where time, you have to learn to play with time if you want to top events consistently. People will say, oh, well, you shouldn't do that, blah. Of course you shouldn't do that. Of course, if you get caught for that, it's against the rules. But you know what? We've seen it blatantly so much. Like the guy who took 5-minute siding just to go end phase runic special. Like there was that, for example. There was a lot of stuff in there. So I'm telling you guys, as someone who doesn't even play at these competitive events, this is what I see happen. This is what a lot of players see happen. And it sucks, honestly. Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Now, this is a QC I talked about at $30. And right now, they're still about 35 here, but they go up to 40 bucks. However, if you look at the next page, they're like $50, $80. Tenpai is a very budget deck, and these are worth a little bit of money, but because this is a 3 of, a lot of people don't look at this QC, even though it's actually a pretty nice QC to grab. I mean, Tenpai is going to be a deck for a while. I believe they play 2 of this. I know some people get away with playing 1, but I see a lot more builds mostly playing 2. Correct me if I am incorrect with like top deck lists in the comment section below, because I do love being corrected. But from what I've seen, this is usually 2 copies, about 60-65% of the time, if not more. So not bad QC to get here. Then we have Silvera, the Wolf Tamer of the White Forest. This QC is also going up $50, going up to $52. It's definitely something I want because I like playing White Forest, 86 here, but I don't think I like playing Runic White Forest because I've been playing that deck and I just haven't been enjoying it as much as I thought I would because the decks are basically, okay, do I mill my opponent out? Do they just go next game? Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. Roselia, Sinister of the White Forest here. These are 41 bucks here, 45, so not too bad, but lower on listings. This is one of the most beautiful cards to exist QC wise. I love the artwork. I've said this and I've said this time before. For somehow I just love cool monster designs in the game. Like I love the waifu cards. And I know there's this debate with waifu cards and like monster cards. I personally always loved both. If you give me like cool designs, I'll like it, right? I don't care if it has fan service. I don't care if it just has cool aesthetics. I don't care if it's super serious. I don't really care what they do as long as if it looks original, it looks cool. Hey, a badass is a badass, right? And Roselia the White Forest is a card that blends both of my favorite things, which is monsters and waifu girls. So, hey, Roselia, beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Rosario Vampire, if you guys know that. And I just love this card. I actually have a QC. This is something that I actually went out of my way to get a QC of because I was like, nope, I want to stuff in a binder, worst case scenario, and just look at it. Like, as my per usual collection binder. I actually have a playset, funny enough. It's just how it came to be. Mulcharmy Parelia here. The QCs are 150, 170, 180 here for your QC Parelias. Am I shocked at this? No. I told people to get these when they were about 130s because I said if you're looking at the price of Polaris and a price of this, or if you were thinking about getting like a QC Polaris or you have one and you don't know what to do with it, trade it in for a set of these because you're going to get a lot more value. And if you did, I mean, as you see here, it's basically on up to 160. So if you did that with Polaris, you know, you're already winning. We actually have QC Polaris here, which we're actually going to look at that here since we're talking about it. We're actually going to start with the QC here. These are like $400. So if you got rid of this, well, $390, but you know, if you got rid of this at 400, 410, for a set of you know, Parelias, well, guess what? Your Parelias are way up and you have 3 copies, right? About like 25, 30 bucks. There's an extra like $90 while your Parelias is down. And that's the thing that people sometimes when they watch market watches or they have cards don't understand is that at the end of the day, you're investing in this game regardless if you want to or not. I'm not saying that as in, oh, you're only investing to make money off this game. I'm saying that as if you want to play a deck, you're investing into that deck, time, money, all that. And it's good to know what the cards you bought are worth and when to get rid of them or making smart trades, smart sales so that the game is even just less taxing on you right? Because look, spending less money on your hobbies means you have more monies for like bills, emergency funds. You guys are adults. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, but what about for the kids who are watching your videos? Bro, barely any kids watch Yu-Gi-Oh content in general, especially market watchers. You're all adults. I'm telling you how it is, right? You got to be smart with your money. And if you're not don't have financial literacy, yo, this game, Yu-Gi-Oh, is going to screw you over. It's just the facts. For our list here. Now, I got super lucky. I yesterday worked quite a long day. I already showed it, but I actually have 4 hours here. I ended up going to a card shop that was near one of the stops I had to go to, for my job. And I decided to go in and I want to look at the singles they had. I picked up some good deals on singles. You know, I always love when I see singles for cheaper than what they are. And as I was about to leave, I'm like, you know what? The pack, usually the front packs of Abyss have a secret. I saw they had an open up box. I was like, I'll just get 3 packs for fun. Test my theory, is what it is. Hopefully I at least get an ultra, right? And not only did I get a secret, but as you see, I actually got 4 auras. And man, I love spending $12 on my $130 hand trap. Oh boy. Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul from Rage of the Abyss. $90 to $120. Oh, Sultan Friends, if you guys don't know, very cool guy. I really like him. His name's Anthony. Very, very nice guy. I've talked to him multiple occasions. Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul, but the QCs are about 90 bucks. This did go up to 120, 130. If you watch my live market watch on Tuesday, you saw this go up, and it's so funny because I said, hey, there's one for 65 if you guys want to grab it. And I think the stream ended like 20-ish minutes later. I'm like, you know what? I know someone got it. I checked back and they got it. And it was pretty funny. This card is very cool. I don't know how good it is, so you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comment section below, but it's very interesting. It does look amazing. I love its artwork. I was actually lucky enough to pull this card. I ended up getting rid of it, unfortunately, around 60 something. But hey, it is what it is. I need to make some money back on my cage. You know what I didn't get rid of though? You guys want to know what I didn't get rid of? I'll actually show you here. My Dominus Purge quarter century. Yeah, $300. Is anybody paying that? No, but people are paying 200. And the unverifieds, you know, we have unverifieds, but that's it. That is just absolutely insane to me that this card is worth this much. Glad I got it, I'll tell you that. The Dominus impulses are 80. Again, if you got this at 30, you won. I've told it in many market watches when I went over it, when I told people to grab it at. I knew this card was broken, and now this is like kind of in a way, not gonna say the next shifter, but I haven't seen complaining about this a card like this sort of since shifter. A lot of people are like, you know what? Get this card out of the game. I want it out of the game. Let's get it out of the game. And it's kind of funny. Very, very busted card in the right decks. I actually will be learning Sprite because I feel like that's a very good deck to learn just for the game in general. Especially with the Year of Water, it's only going to get better. We already know it's good enough. It can only get better. Then we have Magia here. I'm actually working my way backwards on this market watch. If you haven't smashed that like button, by the way, go ahead and smash that like button. Magias are 1100s for your lightly playeds. And then about 1140. Honestly, I'm telling you this right now. If you're, I kind of hope that, I know this probably isn't going to be allowed. And I'm usually not a guy who says, oh, allow proxies at, you know, locals. That's not usually, I don't usually like that. I know a very few people are like that. I don't like playing with proxies at all, really. I only do it if it's like 1 or 2 cards and I'm not at locals. I'm like play testing with a friend. I'm like, you know what? It just hasn't come in the mail yet, or my guy's coming Friday. And I don't want to test a bad build or something for a card. Or I never really do it. But I'm telling you this right now. If I'm at locals and people to say, hey, would you guys be okay if people played the Korean versions? I'd probably say cool. The fact we're getting a structure deck with this is just, it's so bothersome. It's so bothersome. Like, you should be having to pay this much money for 1 copy of a card that you need for a structure deck. That's like the top 5 most ridiculous things I've seen in the game by far. Raigeki here. So, like I said earlier in the video, this card is getting the QC. So if you got the alternate art in the tins, well, you're shit out of luck. Glad I didn't like it that much, I guess. $68 for your ultis. I personally have ultis, and I like them. I really like the ultis. I'm just going to say it right now. They look nice. I personally like having them in my personal binder, and it's just nice. It's very smooth. It's very simple. Treeborn Frog ultis. Now, these aren't going to really go down per se, although I think that the very bad copies, like the heavy, the damage, possible mods, I think those might go lower, however. 56 for your light plays, but those go up to about 100 at the bottom of the page. But you do have first ed tier starting at 95s, about 100, which is not bad. A set of LP Treeborn ultis for 300 is not bad, especially seeing how they go up to 150 here. If you know someone who has a set, they're trying to get rid of them. And I think first ed light plays were really, what, 95? Yeah, like 95. And then they want like even just 85% of TCG player. That is a very good buy. This is definitely a card that I would kind of look at towards getting, because older players are going to want the ultis. People know how good the old ultis look, especially. And people don't want to, again, people don't want to play QC with their old decks usually when it comes to older formats. Maybe if they're like Frogs, which I believe Frogs will get support eventually. And people want to play Frogs, will those new players gravitate towards the QCs? Yeah, I think so. But for now, Machine Dupe ultis are like 20 bucks here. I told people to get these when they were about like 17, 18, and now they're like 20, 21. Well, actually, let's click first edition here, because I talked about first at 47 listings. Yeah, it goes up to 23. There's a Diabellsaurus going up. That's kind of crazy. Am I shocked about this card getting a QC? Not really, because I guess it's technically a legacy card. They're kind of just looking at what cards are good, what's not. And with all these old cards, someone told me something, and I'm thinking about it, and a lot of people have known the writing's been a bit on the wall, but a lot of people are saying, I think Konami's doing this big list and like pumping out QC sets left and right because they know this is not a game to continue in 5 years. And when I heard about that, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Could that happen? And I really thought about how it looks like they're kind of trying to dump the whole market, and I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe it is possible, because we got Rarity 2 within 7 months, and we're getting, I'm gonna call it Rarity 3. I know it's Bonanza, I think it's called. I say Bonanza just because that's I don't care about the pronunciation. I pronounce things how I see it. But we're getting that since we're getting in October. We got Rarity Collection in late May, and we're getting it early November, my fault. So about 5.5 months compared to the 7-month difference between 1 and 2. Now between 2 and Bonanza, 5.5. I think that's very bad. I think maybe, because I've been hearing it, if you are looking at investing at other card games for long term, go ahead and do it. I can confidently tell you, I don't think this is the game to really do it. I don't have a lot of faith in it. And I can ignore the white writing on the wall, or I could tell you guys. Hopefully I am wrong. I would love to be wrong, because, hey, if this game dies and then I just do videos, either less or whatever happens, I don't know. Move on to another card game is very hard. It's difficult. It's very sad to say, actually. I'm sorry that this market watch turned negative. Mermail Shadow Squad QC. This is bought out 90, 100 bucks, 130, 150. Abyss Run, the Atlantean Spirit QC. Now this is the what's called the level 3. That's like also a secret. These are 70 here. They were like 38 here. A lot of people are hyped up to play Mermail. Azami is about 60 to about $80 here. Getting bought out, which is funny because I thought this was a bad one. I guess people are like, nope, this is the better one, because if we go here and we go Ragnia, about 30 bucks here, which is kind of crazy. Then Deceptions are about 95, 97, going up to 100. I want to see what the normal secrets are, because I believe they're like, what, $40? Let's see here. About 40 bucks here. I told people it would go down from 50, and it did. Avenging Knight Parshaft. Now, this is a card that would be a very fun throw-in for a QC. This is actually funny enough. There is a cool Venus deck I want to play for Edison, because I do want to play more Edison, because I have not played Edison in probably about closer to a month and a half. Just hasn't happened, because I've also been trying to learn more Modern. And right now, these are quite a bit of money here. For unlimiteds, you do have some lower here, but I actually think they know that because we're getting Bonanza, this may come in it. But the first sets are 48 here with the near mints. I think being 100 still. Is there no near mints? Oh, no, I don't have near mint on. Sorry, guys. Well, yeah. So, actually, no, they are 30 for unlimiteds. Okay, so the unlimiteds have been going down. The first headlight plays are about 48. And what are the near mints looking at today? 66, $68. Okay, that's a lot more fair than I thought. Light and Dragon also might get a pick in Bonanza as well. And then Herald of Orange Light, I think I predicted this as well. $2 for them today. You have the supers at like $10. I would not bother with these. I'd rather get Unlimited Seeker or wait to get Bonanza. But honestly, we have it in. We're probably getting the list any day now. Like we're at like 2-ish weeks away from it. So, like I said, for a lot of your cards that you want to buy from the market, I would rather just wait like a week till we get the list. Emergency Teleport, want to go over these as well. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of this game either dying or not, or what cards I want to go over in the market watch, go ahead and do so. Unlimiteds are 20. Just get unlimiteds. I won't mess with the QCs. Just get unlimited ULTIS for $20. First heads are definitely very worth it as well. 50s to 60s here. Very, very good here. And then Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare for the last card of the day. 231, 294, 300. And then it does go up here like always. First heads are probably insane amount. Yeah, 1,000. Well, no, that's not. These are different languages. Is that English? Yeah, that's English. 1,400, 1,500, 1,800. I mean, up and up. I guess apparently there was a graded 7 for what? 700? 500. Honestly, if you're not going to get the light plates, if you're going to get to the $300 mark, you might as well get this. Huh. If only this was an 8. Oh, well. Well, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Actually, let's look at QC Emergency real quick. That'll be the last card today, guys. So, yeah, there's no point in getting this when ultis unlimiteds are like $10 more. That's just my personal opinion. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go check out the 5 cards. I have your trade binder right over here near the end card. Probably pointing the wrong way. Yes, I am. As well as my last mark watch. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.